not one fitting, it's only single socks. Where's the rest? Hello everyone and welcome to my new vlog. First of all, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the nice comments and feedback that I got for my last vlog, my first vlog. And mainly via Instagram and Facebook, you've really encouraged and motivated me to continue. So I'm so happy to be back with my second vlog, vlog number 2. And well, where to continue? The last days haven't been very spectacular. It's just normal everyday life, as I showed you already a bit. You know, winter time is always a little bit more slowly and there's not so much happening and as in summer. Yeah, but you know, it's just normal everyday life I'm going to share a bit with you, like doing my studies, which is really interesting because I learn a lot about the human body and its functions, and I'm really fascinated by how the nature works detailed and beautifully together. And yeah, of course there are my children who love to be creative when they're at home.
Klapp, klapp, klapp. Und unten den Faden wieder durch. Das mache ich. Was nehme ich?
Weiß nicht.
Tut, tut. Hier kommt die Eisenbahn, die alles schneidet. Diet, 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 diet. Und diet, diet, diet. Diet, diet, diet.
And I'm also, of course, trying to offer them healthy food and snacks like fresh fruits or veggies.
Die ist wirklich süß. Probier mal das Stück. Und die da, die und es hat ein hartes Stück, das ein hartes.
And what we also had to do these days was to finally undecorate our Christmas tree and bring it to our goats and sheep. And we really kept our tree for a long time, till end of January. But well, I think Christmas time officially ends at the beginning of February, so I guess it's okay. And also I think it's a little bit sad to cut a tree, so every Christmas I'm thinking about if we should take a tree or not, but the children, of course, they love it. But at least I think we keep it as long as possible, and then we also kind of recycle it because we, as I said, we bring it to our goats and sheep and they are actually eating it. And it's also good against the worms. So I think we are doing kind of the best out of it. And yeah, Heiko, the father of my children, came to pick up the tree and bring it to his meadow. And on the way it fell off the trailer, so he had to put it back. once again. And yes, somebody asked, I just have to, sorry, look who it was. Stephen, yeah. Stephen asked if I could tell a little bit more about the animals, the sheep and the goats, who they are from, where they come from. And so thank you first of all for the question. I really appreciate that. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the animals. So at the moment, the main responsible for the sheep and goats is my ex and father of my kids, but we are all spending time there. And originally, I have actually started with keeping animals. Like I started with 3 goats. And yeah, there you can see Hilda, and this is Adelheid with her daughter Rosa, Rosalie. And I milked also 2 of them, and we drank the milk, of course. It's the best to have fresh raw milk, and goat's milk is even healthier than cow milk. And it was a lot of work every day. The milking, feeding, cleaning, but I really liked to do it. And in winter I kept them in a barn next to our house. And I also did the wooden constructions inside because there was pretty nothing inside in the beginning. And for summer, I've built them a little hut, a wooden shelter, and put them on the pasture of a friend of mine. And here you can see me working on the shelter. And yeah, this video is some years ago already, so the quality is quite bad. I had a very low quality camera at that time. And that's the shelter, almost finished. And this is Yamina and Noah. They've been so small at that time, and Soraya wasn't even born yet. And this is me working on the door for the hut. And yeah, I pretty much do everything by myself. I really like to do handwork stuff and to be independent as well. And here we are bringing the sheep. I bought 2 sheep in addition to the goats, and the goats to the meadow, and for the first time after winter. So they've been so happy to be outside again, and it was a big day for every one of us. And yeah, I really loved it. But of course it was a lot of work, and when I got pregnant again with my youngest daughter Soraya, I knew that it was too much to handle. So we decided that Heiko was going to take over the responsibility together with a friend of him. And this is me some years ago. I already wanted to make videos, but I actually never edited and published them. And this is our chicken. We also had chicken, and we had, where are they? Quails. Here they are. Yes. Yeah, we really had a kind of little farm. Do you know the little house on the prairie? I loved that. And the chicken and quails have been repeatedly taken by martens and foxes. So at one point I decided not to continue. And as you can see here, my shelter that I've built is still in use for some years already, so it was really worth to build it. And Heiko and his friend continued with the sheep. So they bought a male sheep as well, and they, made children, and the herd grew so big. I don't even know actually how many sheep there are right now, because they separated the herd. So the fewer sheep, they stay on Heiko's property, and the bigger part of the sheep herd is staying on the other meadow of his friend. And the goats, actually 2 of them died, which makes me really, really sad when thinking about it, because I loved them very much and I milked them and I had this relationship to them. But unfortunately, probably they were fed wrong. Probably there were also people, and it's always people who think they want to do good, you know, they feed them bread. Like even if it's dry bread, but bread is really bad for goats because they have this really sensitive stomach. It's actually not a stomach, it's called something different. I don't know the name in English. In German it's called Pansen. And they can actually die by eating bread. And most of the people don't know, but yes, 2 of our goats died. And yeah, I'm really sad about it. And one is still there. It's the daughter of one of the elder, of the black goat that I milked also. And then we got another goat by someone in the village. They had 2 goats. One of them died, and it's not good to keep a single one, so they gave it to us, to our herd. So now you know a little more about us and about the animals. And another question of Stephen was if we save the wool of the sheep and process it. Well, we keep the wool for isolation purposes, but we don't really process it, like spinning it and making clothes, like pullovers out of it, because the wool isn't fine enough. It's always depending on the race of the sheep, and this isn't really for wool purposes. It's actually a milk race. I didn't milk the sheep so far, only the goats, but I think it would be possible. And the race of the sheep is actually a race which is threatened with extinction. I hope I said it correctly. So it's a very seldom race. There are only few sheep left, kind of. So we also keep them because we want to contribute to their surviving. And the children have seen how the sheep got shorn. They get shorn once a year in springtime. And so they know the procedure, and yes, the idea of Noah in the last vlog, when he got his hair cut, obviously comes from watching the sheep getting shorn and knowing that you can keep the wool and process it. And yeah, so I hope that I've answered the question properly. So this was it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed the vlog, and I'm happy to see you again in the next vlog. And again, if you have any questions or suggestions, just write it in the comments and I'll be very glad to include it in the next vlog. So have a wonderful week and take care, and see you next time. Bye bye.